think it's been only 7 days.
Darling, I've been looking for you.
Are you going off? I'll see you later.
Darling, if anything happens, I mean, you know.
I know. Go and get some rest. See you later.
Denied reports that senior members of the administration had left the capital for undisclosed destinations. He said, "I can tell you that if anything of the sort had been happening, I would know about it. Nothing of the sort has been happening."
There we are.
At the United Nations, the
Do you really believe all that stuff?
No, of course not. Certainly the government here are taking a pretty dim view of things. I mean, all our wartime contingency plans are now in operation. The sub-regional government controls are already. I'd be very surprised if there were anybody important dining at the White House tonight.
Well, you can have the stitches out in about 10 days, and you'll need another injection in a month.
Oh, thanks. Sorry to have bothered you.
Sure.
Have a cup of tea before you go?
Now, that sounds like a good idea. Where would we be without it? It's none of my business, actually, but well, what the hell is going on here?
Well, our job's a matter of seeing that people are warned. Warned of attack, warned of fallout.
Sure, but honestly, if there is a war, do you really think all this will make any difference?
Oh, certainly. Not as much as we'd like, obviously, but an effective warning would certainly save lives, probably millions. Besides, we're not the only emergency service. I mean, there are things like rest centres for people who are made homeless. There's a whole chain of emergency organisations.
Yes, but what's going on here?
Excuse me.
That briefing's just about to start.
All right. Well, hang about a bit, see for yourself. This is our chief scientist, by the way.
Well, gentlemen, this is the latest picture from the Central Forecasting Office. As you can see, there is this depression centered about 100 miles southeast of Lerwick, moving eastwards and causing an unstable northwesterly airstream to affect the area around Caledonian sector.
Fallout goes downwind, of course. As long as we know the wind speed and direction, we can predict where the stuff will go and warn people in its path.
I see. Who actually runs this affair?
Well, the operational control and the authority for the warning and monitoring function, as we say, rests with the Home Office. And there are 5 sectors like this, each commanded operationally by a full-time sector controller, that's me. Each sector has 5 groups, and each group has about 30 monitoring posts. So we cover the whole of the United Kingdom. Now, the Royal Observer Corps are the monitoring element. They gather the information and transmit it and display it. We interpret it and act on it. The organization has contacts with all our neighbors in NATO, and they have similar arrangements in case they get fallout from a bomb here or vice versa. At this sector, we have 2 French liaison officers and 1 Belgian.
I've seen one of these before, at the hospital.
Some hospitals have them, factories, ports, places where there are large numbers of people. There are 20,000 warning points with receivers like this all over the country, all manned by ordinary people. They're organized by the police. Now, if there were an attack, If there were an attack, the warning would come directly from the Home Office cell at the main Air Defense Center. There we'd have access to all military intelligence about any air threat, including the ballistic missile early warning system of fighting planes. There's a silent system that covers the whole country, and there'll be a message going out on all the BBC channels. We reckon it should take under a minute. This is quite interesting. Dick?
Yes. Well, you see, you can build up a picture like this. If a bomb drops, you know that the fallout should be contained like this. After 45 minutes, we'll get to there. After an hour, to there, and so on.
We do this every 6 hours, and the data goes out to military and government headquarters. It gets right down to local authority controls. And it goes to every group in the sector, of course. The teleprinters and the group receive information on tape from us and all adjacent groups. As at the sector, the ROC collects the information displayed, the warning officers make the assessments and originate the warning messages.
Ted, everything okay at first?
All manned and gossiping their heads off. Well, by the way, we've had our first casualty. Some silly ass fell down the shaft and broke his leg. Actually, they should be changing shifts just about now.
Where's the storeroom, please? Is that in down there?
I think it's down there, still on the wall.
Okay, fine.
There are about 800 posts, and they work in clusters of 3. One in each cluster has radio, and they report every 5 minutes to their group HQ.
What's the latest then? Ah, you know, the usual story. Everybody swearing they're nice, happy, peaceful, peace-loving little chaps. Nobody really wants trouble. Well, I suppose we better take over the store. Come on.
Suits me.
Each post is equipped so they can assess the altitude and bearing of any bomb burst in the area and give its pressure. They can also subsequently monitor the level of radioactivity outside. They pass the information back by teletalk.
40 post. We've just come on duty. Can we have a time check, please?
When I say now, the time will be 10:35. Now, 10:35.
There we are, dear. Compliments of the management.
They're lovely.
Yeah, they're my favourites.
What's it called?
Peace.
It has to be.
With the rising and
War.
falling notes of the siren.
The statistics are against it, I
Warnings
suppose.
of attack.
You mean because it hasn't happened yet?
By the BBC.
The question is, how far is it
Warning
possible
that
for something to
arrival of
happen?
radioactive fallout is imminent may be given either by maroons or sirens.
Well, let's just hope this little beast keeps on with it. Oh, Lord, I busted.
Attack warning red. Difficulties Here is an emergency announcement. An air attack is
Everybody
approaching
inside?
this country now.
Right, close all the
Go
doors.
to shelter or take cover at once.
Attack warning red. Attack warning red.
Warning red.
You know what I was doing this morning? Spraying the roses to kill the green fly.
Just isn't possible.
40 post, siren sounded, post closed. Fixed survey meter switched on.
I wanted them to go away. You know, Sally. She's got involved in this business of all the off-duty people ganging together to look after the families, the likes of us. I never knew such a stubborn woman.
All posts have checked in. I'll report to sector.
Good Lord, I'd forgotten all about you.
Look, I've got to get out of
Well,
here.
you'd better be quick. You won't have more than a few minutes.
Thanks. She'll be okay.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Doctor! I'm sorry, we've got a case for you. It sounds like a heart attack to
Oh,
me.
Hal.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hang on, everyone. Toxin bang. Toxin 40 post.
that's that. No more than the Met Office. We only have our own post reports in the upper air stations now.
35 post. 30 post.
Did you only get a signal from the one, Bob?
Just the one, sir. You just got that one here, sir.
It's a good piece of triangulation.
40 post. 40 post.
That's 60 seconds. Get the shadowgraph pictures, Bill. Make it quick.
Can you hear me?
This is 40 post. We can hear you.
Your line to group has gone down. We shall act as your relay.
Yes. Please ask group for permission to go over to radio.
Thank you.
I saw them. 3 clouds. They were...
We've lost all line communications with Winchester.
Right.
Get me Oxford group. Right. Right away.
Nuclear burst 40 post. 1102. Bearing 280. Elevation 00. Touching. Spot size 10.
17, 7, 25.
Fallout warning, Black, Oxford, 27, 29.
We've lost contact with Reading Carrier control point.
Damn. Well, the warning points should be monitoring fallout for themselves. They'll give the warning.
Copy. 1525. Aystone 15. Alpha Ultra 32. Horsham Alpha. Horsham 47. 57.
Keep a lookout for this one, Ted, will you?
Aystone
Shrewsbury Alpha.
47.
Should be getting readings from it up here any time now.
17 Yao 0. 55. Letters. Mike Alpha India Alpha. Figures.
This is way down through the mates them on the Kent coast.
Yes? How's it going? Seen this one here?
Oh yes, they have readings from it already at Boulogne.
Yes, we put quite a plant for the bottom.
Ici secteur métropolitain? Ah oui. Je vous ai déjà donné les détails de 12 détonations.
Message from number 1 bomber group. They want to know if they can use the airfield at Benston. And if so, how long for?
Well, it should be all right. For about an hour. Not more.
40 post. 0.6.
Right, thank you.
The winds are getting stronger.
Yes, the winds at Camborne are increasing. I understand the Navy wants to know the extent of radiation in the Southampton waters area.
Yes, I've already advised one maritime HQ about it.
Good.
Forty post. 0.3.
Well, it looks as if this area is completely impossible. This area is okay for the moment, but it won't be for long. And this area is safe.
Must be pretty bloody for anybody out there.
Yes. So, at least we can try and stop them blundering their way into a lethal dose of radioactivity. Well, supposing sub-regional science on the board.
Oh, what can I do for you?
How long have they been on duty?
About 17 hours. Why?
They'll crack up, you know that, don't you?
As long as they do the job first.
And so will you if you don't think you will.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. I'll bear it in mind.
Message from sector. We're going over to radio. Everything's beginning to seize up. 3 groups are handling the information of 5. Just come through sub-region. They want to go from Bicester to Birmingham. They want to know the safest route.
Well, it looks like this, but it's tricky. We'll have to have more readings here. I'm sure there's nobody else taking readings in this area, so you'd better send somebody out.
Right. Yeah.
40 post. Message understood. We'll report back.
Okay.
There's something funny going on. We're getting new arrivals there. I can't see where they're coming from.
I checked the post readings.
What about the last weather report?
Been no change there.
Well, there's bloody well been a change. The stuff's turning back on itself. I'll stick with it. I'll get on to sector.
It could be the winds are too far veered, or we've lost a bomb.
If there's any local rain, it could be washout. Or there may be some change in the surface winds. I'll look into this as soon as I've received the most recent rocknet. In the meantime, I suggest you start looking for your bomb.
Any news on that road yet? Well, it's out of the question now anyway. I hope your chap isn't still out there.
Keeping you busy? Some delayed shock, exhaustion, insomnia, vomiting, that sort of thing. Nothing very serious. What happens now?
We carry on, as long as required.
Due to prompt action taken by the public on the issue of warnings, many people in this region have survived the worst effects of the attack, and every effort is now being made to bring increasing help to stricken areas. Local authority controllers are operating emergency feeding centers, and people rendered homeless are being cared for in...
Tell all groups that the dose rate readings are still important, but they can go to 15-minute readings. And I want mobile monitoring teams to get spot readings within 5 miles of each post, and get them to report on the damage as well, and what the roads are like.
Very well. By local directives designed to minimize the dangers of exposure to radiation.
Sector have been on. They're interested in the decay behavior of all our bombs. They've got the idea there may be a dominance of an isotope that could be significant. So for God's sake, let's try and get it sorted out.
Sub-region want to talk about our mining position and communications. There's a fantastic survival problem out there. I think we might be able to lend them a hand.
Now generally able to provide facilities for the more serious. The Warning and Monitoring Organization have a precise appreciation of the fallout threat in this country. And when they are satisfied that there is no further risk from fallout or other attacks, you will be advised by the...
Now remember, our main task is over, but we're still needed. We've got a lot of communications left. We're a large group of able-bodied men and women spread all over the country, and our skills are going to be invaluable. We're badly needed. Whatever's out there, it's not peace.
I think it's been only 7 days.
Nobody warned them.